Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or it's your first time here, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the makeup look that I'm going to be bringing into spring, especially when a new season starts to roll around. I tend to like to change up my entire routine. Number one, just because my needs change a little bit, and it's also just always nice to refresh things, and the change of season is a really great excuse to do so. So perhaps this video will also inspire you to change up some of your everyday makeup products and just refresh it for spring, because why not? So we're going to be going through my entire routine from start to finish, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy. Don't forget to let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below, and hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy videos like these, and subscribe if it is your first time here and you want to see more videos from me. And let's get right into it. So we're actually going to start at the very beginning with my skincare, because obviously as the seasons change, my skincare does change as well. And I did already go through my entire morning skincare routine, but there's one thing that I did not get applied today, and this is actually the exception, because this is one thing that really doesn't change no matter what season I'm in, and that is obviously SPF. This is an SPF that I discovered a couple months ago when I went away on vacation, and I fell in love with it immediately. It's the Solara Guardian Angel Super Peptide Sunscreen Milk. It's so nice, so lightweight. It is a mineral sunscreen, has SPF 50. So I always take a full dropper and massage this all over my face and down my neck. It does look a little bit white and scary once you first apply it, but it blends out into the skin beautifully once you just start to work it in. I also find that it's pretty hydrating and gives my skin such a nice glow, so it's an extra bonus. Okay, for my skin tint, this is pretty new in my life, but I have been obsessed with it, and I promised you guys over on Instagram that I would give you an update on this product, because I did film a quick first impression on my Instagram feed. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, I've been posting so much over there, and I feel like a lot of fun content, so you can check me out if you like. It's at Paige Beauty, but this is the new what are you called? The Glowy Super Skin Foundation. I think this is very much on its way to becoming a new favorite skin tint for me, because I've been wearing it every single day and I love the way that this looks on my skin. I actually go between two different shades. I have 7 and 8. They both match me well. I'm gonna use the shade 7 today. So it's a very, very liquidy and serumy foundation. So it's quite lightweight. It has about a medium coverage, so it covers up redness really, really easily. You don't need a lot of product either. It has such a pretty soft glowy finish, so it looks very, very fresh on the skin. And I do also really like the fact that it's a very skincare focused product. So there's some ingredients in here that are actually nice for your skin. So my first impression totally stands. I really, really love this product, and I can promise you that you're going to be seeing a lot of it moving forward. For my concealer, I've still been loving the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This has much more of a matte finish compared to the skin tint, and I do often like to mix more matte concealers with glowier products, because sometimes when you use glowy products all over the face, it can get almost too glowy too quickly. And especially if I am using the concealer to conceal parts of my face other than my under eyes, I almost feel like the matteness of the concealer kind of balances out the glowiness of the foundation. So it's just a nice combination, but this product is beautiful. It gives a really flawless under eye. It has really nice coverage, and honestly, it's a product that I really wouldn't have expected that I would like as much as I do, because I don't normally go for more matte concealers, but it's matte without being drying, which is really key. And to blend this out, I'm using the Rephr 36 brush. This isn't a favorite product because I actually haven't tried it yet, but I kind of want to take this opportunity to try it out with you guys. So let's do a little first impression. This is the Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. I find most under eye brighteners do almost nothing underneath the eyes. Like, they will provide the lightest hint of brightness, but barely anything, and barely enough to really warrant even going in with a whole other product to achieve an almost nothing effect. And I'm seeing a couple brands come out with them right now, so they seem to be trending. So I'm really interested to see if my mind is going to change with this product. So let's see what it's going to look like. I know I just put on concealer, but you can put eye brighteners on before your concealer, after your concealer, or on its own. So we're just going to try it after the concealer. I did forget that I wanted to try this, so that's why we're doing it this way. So I think I'm just going to put just 2 dots where I want the most of my brightness, and I'm going to just do one side at a time and see what happens. The texture actually reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. Very lightweight for sure. I don't feel like it's adding any heaviness. Did that brighten up underneath the eyes? Let's zoom in a little bit more. Do I look brighter? Ooh, yeah, very slightly. It definitely added a little bit of a glow to my under eyes, but let me know what you guys think. Do you feel like that did something? I'm not mad at this. I'm gonna continue to try this out. What else is new? I'm gonna go into my Kosas Cloud Set and just very lightly set underneath the eyes. Okay, let's talk bronzer because I definitely have a little bit of an extra routine going on right now, but I have been obsessed with layering these two products together. It just looks so good. This is the new Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer, and then this is the Tower 28 Sculptino in Getty. So both of these things kind of do the same thing, but in slightly different ways. The Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer, it's that tinted moisturizer texture, so it really melts into the skin. It has a little bit of sheerness to it. If you're familiar with the tinted moisturizer blushes, it's the exact same type of texture and feel, but of course it's in the bronzer formula. So I use the shade 03 Sunbeam, and I kind of use this as the base for my bronzer. So I use a very small amount, just a little pea size, and I'm really making sure to work the product into whatever tool I'm using, whether that's a sponge or a brush. And then I'm just gonna start to tap it onto the face where I want that bronzer to be. So in the obvious normal bronzing zones on the cheek, forehead. And because of the texture of the product, because I really work the product into the brush, it applies it so seamlessly and so lightly. So there are some days where I'll apply this and just leave it at that because it really does apply the most perfect like wash of bronze. But there are some other days where I do want a little bit more structure and like contouring to my face, and that's when I'll go in with the Sculptino. Okay, now moving into Sculptino. I'm so grateful that Tower 28 released a matte cream bronzer right before spring and summer. It was perfect timing. So I'm picking up just a little bit, and I'm applying this a little bit more concentrated to the areas that I really want to sculpt. So right underneath my cheekbone, I'm also dragging it across my eye and bringing it towards my temple. It's a nice way to add some shape to the eye without having to go in with any obvious eyeshadow. So you can see just added just a little bit more depth. So now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. This is the Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Enhancer. So this product can be used in a couple different ways. You can use it underneath your foundation on your entire face, or you can use it how I'm using it as just a pinpointed highlighter, and I definitely do prefer to use it like this. There is shimmer in here, and I just do not want shimmer all over my face, and I just feel like it's a little bit too intense all over the face, but as a highlighter, it is absolutely gorgeous, and it gives you the perfect amount of glow without being too over the top. So for my blush, I have been loving this guy from ColourPop. This is the pressed powder blush in the shade Woo Me. It's so bright and so springy. It's kind of like a strawberry pink color. It's also completely matte, which is nice to balance out all the creams that I have going on my face right now because there's a lot. And a bit of a side note, whenever I wear this blush on camera, I always have so many of you guys asking me what blush I'm wearing. So I feel like that's kind of interesting. It seems like you guys really enjoy this blush as well. So I'm gonna apply it with this Lunar Beauty LBF 3 brush, and I'm just gonna concentrate this on my cheekbone. This is just the type of color that immediately livens up the face. Stunning. And after I apply the majority of it on my cheekbone, I just put whatever's left over kind of on the apple of my cheek and across the bridge of my nose. I'll even just swipe some on my eye. I just like to bring the color on a couple areas of my face, especially when a blush is as bright as this. It is nice to kind of balance it out on the face so that all the brightness isn't just like bam on the cheek. You can see hints of it on other areas of the face. It's a nice way to bring everything together. Okay, let's move on to the eye area. For the brows, I'm just gonna use my Kosas Air Brow. This is in the shade Auburn. Still lazy with my brows, nothing's changed there. For my eyes, really not much has changed. You guys know I like to keep things really easy and simple, and I don't often like to put in much effort on my eye makeup for day to day just because I don't really have all the time in the world. So I'll often like to go in with like a single eyeshadow or my bronzer, but lately I've been using my blush, and I've been using this blush. And again, like I just said, putting this blush on other areas of the face, especially the eyes, will just bring everything together. And it's such an easy way to also make sure that everything just works well together, because sometimes it can be a little bit confusing to know whether or not your eyeshadow matches your blush, which matches your lipstick. So sometimes it is nice and just like a really easy way to make sure that your makeup looks cohesive. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and put this all over my lid. I don't want this to be super punchy. I kind of just want it to be a light wash of color. Almost like it's not even there, but it is. I'm just blending it all over the lid up to the brow bone. To keep everything soft, I have been really enjoying using a brown mascara. This is the Glossier Lash Slick in the shade brown. I recently did a whole video all about Glossier and talking about all of their products, and this was one of the few products that I actually liked from that video. It's just a really great everyday mascara. It almost honestly makes it look like I'm not really wearing mascara. It gives like the slightest hint of definition. And lately I've actually been kind of liking that. I've been liking that really soft lash look. The difference between my eye that has nothing and the eye that does, it's subtle. But especially paired with the pink eyeshadow, it just keeps everything really soft. I feel like that's the epitome of spring makeup. I am going to be applying eyeliner, but I want to wait for my lashes to dry. So while I wait for them to dry, let's work on the lips. For lips, there's been so many different lip colors that I've been wearing every single day, ranging from the iconic London melting lip balms, the NYX lip oils, the Glossier lipsticks that I recently picked up. But this guy is a little bit newer in my life, and I've been reaching for it every single day. It's the Nude 6 Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Sunkissed Rose. So it's a rosy color. It actually complements the cheeks beautifully, which is why I really like it with this look. And it's pretty intense because it is one of their intense matte lip and cheek formulas. So I actually apply it so that it doesn't become too intense. I kind of just put it on the center part of my lip and define my Cupid's bow. And then I'll take my finger and smudge it. Kind of just gives that like, I just made out with somebody type of lip look, which is a vibe. It really is. I definitely prefer to wear it like this than to wear it full on. I actually don't love it so much when it's full on because the color just becomes a little bit too deep for my liking. But when applied like this, it's very much your lips but better. Kind of just intensifies the color just a little bit. Like, how stunning is this for every day? I love it. And this formula also lasts really well, so I don't find that I have to reapply it that often. My lashes are dry, so now I'm gonna apply my eyeliner. I have been really big into nude eyeliners lately. I've been wearing it almost every day. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Infinite Sand, which is the nude eyeliner that I've been using, and it works great. Just really opens up the eye, keeps it looking nice and bright. I even like to put a little bit on the inner corner of my eye too. Like on the actual skin of the inner corner of my eye, if that makes sense. So here's the finished look. It actually ends up being very monochromatic, and to me, I find a monochromatic pink look is like the epitome of spring, so I love it. So that is it, guys. This is the look that I'm gonna be taking into spring. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Feel free to also let me know what products you've been switching into your springtime routine. I'd be really curious to hear that, and hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe if you wanna see more videos from me, and that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.